Hi. Welcome. Let me know if you're new. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you're sipping. Welcome to Magic Monday, where we remember our sovereign magic capabilities and we get together and love each other up for a day over a cup of tea. So welcome, Carrie in Omaha, Anna in San Antonio. Hi, Lori. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Sandra in Santa Fe. Donna in Wyoming. Hi, Allie in Tennessee. Lori's in Irvine, drinking balance. Oh, good, 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 good. Lynette is in Seattle. Erica's in Simcoe, Ontario. Hi. Kat Silvka is in St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah. Hello from Yulee in North Florida, sipping Pink Moment Pixie. Laura in Lincoln, California. I'm so glad you're here too. Mary tried to purchase the bath tea this weekend during the sale, but the shop would not send me the code, so I missed it. Mary, email Daniel at customer care at clubmagichour.com and tell him Zhena said you can have the code. You can have a discount. Sue Ellen in Ohio, hello. Sherry in South Florida. Lanny in Key West. Sipping Lucid Dreams. I love that. What a poem, what a vision. And Sherry's sipping ginger lemongrass. Elle is in sipping Vata in Boise, hoping for a thunderstorm. Oh my God, I love Idaho. I was born in Idaho, so. Kelly's sipping s'mores tea in South Lake Tahoe. What a beautiful place. Mystifying Mark is drinking Capricorn good. Paris is sipping 888. Mary is in Savannah, Georgia. Awesome. Serafina picked a tea at random, so I'm having hibiscus holiday today. That's a great one. Sipping Queen of the South, Queen of Wellness in Reno, Janai. Good to see you. Sarah, hi. Terry is sipping Magician in West Virginia. Martha is in Santa Maria, California. My parents are in Lompoc and my brothers. So I went to Allen Hancock College while I was still in high school. So I know Santa Maria well. Leanna is sipping 777. It is so yummy and pretty. Yay, Vanessa made it on time. Okay, so we are all here. It is 5:32. So welcome to Magic Monday. Why do we do Magic Monday? We do Magic Monday to remind ourselves that we are magic. Life is magic. If we take the time for an intentional cup of tea and community, we can create more spaciousness in our life, more presence, more joy, more wonder, more curiosity, more connection, more of all the good things in life. And we do need each other. We are interdependent on planet Earth. We need to remember that we are love. We are made of it. We come from it. We'll return to it. But while we're here on the planet, we need to remember to love bigger. We need to remember to take risks for love. We need to remember to basically, just go for it, because there's a saying in Japanese tea ceremony, ichi go ichi. This moment only occurs once, so why not make the best of it? Why not expand the moment with intention? Why not expand the moment with breath? Why not expand the moment in community? Why not? And so Magic Monday is something I love to do. It reminds me that I too am magic, because all of you are reflecting back at me and I'm reflecting on you, and it gives us a moment of connection and magic. So all of that in a cup of tea. So tonight what we're gonna do, I have a giveaway. I am sipping Leo. Leo is a orange creamsicle tea with lion's mane, and it's Leo season, and we're about to have Lionsgate 8/8. So on August 8th, it's Lionsgate, which is a powerful manifesting time. And so I want us to work on our manifestations and what we would like to vibrate at the level of today. So remember, you don't manifest things out of thin air. You align with things, okay? So if you're aligned with peace, you will manifest peace. If you're aligned with abundance, you'll manifest abundance. If you're aligned with love, you will manifest love if you are aligned. So it's really about getting your vibration to be in alignment with that which you are wanting, or that which you're wanting to experience in your life. So where are you on the track, right? Where are you? I'm gonna go actually grab the gift for the drawing later. We'll do a reading and a little guided meditation. I'll be right back. Okay, here's the gift for later. I picked this one out for you. And then, so I want to talk a little bit about alignment. And if you guys recognize this, we have a small version of this that goes out into all of our boxes in our e-com department. And this is from David Hawkins' Power versus Force. It's an incredible book. If you haven't read it, it's a great book to have in your library to refer to all the time. But he basically measured the vibration of emotions. And so when you are having emotions, you can check in with your vibration card that you get in the Magic Hour boxes, and you can see where you are. And as a reminder, shame is the lowest vibration emotion. So when you're in shame, which a lot of us were taught to be ashamed of ourselves, right? Or we feel an underlying sense of shame for not being, more successful or more loving or more this or more that. But shame is the lowest vibration. So what happens in a low vibration? There's density. What happens with density? There's weight. What happens with weight? It's hard to get your energy up. What happens when you're feeling lead-like, right? So in alchemy, we turn lead into gold, and in energy, this is actually alchemical, because if you can take shame and guilt and you can transform it into the lead of that, into the gold of peace, joy, love, reason, you actually have alchemized and you have found the sacred, the sacred within you, which is the chalice. And so what you want to do is you want to look at where you're at in here. So the lowest vibration is shame, guilt, then it goes to apathy, grief. Grieving is, I find it to be very important. So if you have to grieve, allow yourself to grieve. I'm grieving a lot right now in my life, and I have to allow myself the time to heal and grieve. So never skip grief. We try to skip that one, but as you're going up the ladder into the higher vibrations, you can't forget that these exist, and you can't gloss over them. You can't spiritually bypass the lower vibration emotions, because these are real. I worked with a shaman last week for 2 very intense journeys, and I asked to be released from my insecurities. And I went through hell getting through those insecurities. Those insecurities were deep, and they were nested throughout my entire psyche, and it was a hell night. But then finally there was stillness and peace after I went through it. We cannot bypass these emotions. These are in us. We have to take them. We have to face them. We have to be honest about them. We have to move through them. You can't gloss over it. Okay. So you can't just be like, oh, I'm feeling guilt, I'm just going to toss it aside so I can manifest something better. It doesn't work that way. You say, I am feeling guilt. What is this guilt about? How may I heal this guilt? How can I alchemize my inner being in order to work through the guilt so that I can get to the other side of it? There is treachery in spiritual work. There's, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear, if you just read the Bible or any spiritual text, there's always a battle. There's always a battle between dark and light, and that battle is inside of us. That battle is also manifesting outside of us, but we have to be able to move through these. So it goes from shame to guilt to apathy to grief to fear to desire to anger. Right? How angry are we right now? What's happening in our world? We have to be able to feel that. We can't deny that we're angry. I'm angry. I'm angry that children are being harmed and hurt. It makes me so angry. So we have to be able to feel that anger, transmute that anger, and do something productive and purposeful with that anger. So don't gloss over anger. Right? Because that's where all sorts of stuff can happen. Then there's pride, right? When we have pride, I've got little woman syndrome where I can be a little overly proud of certain accomplishments, but it's not real. That pride is, it's an illusion in me. So I can't gloss over the fact that I have a strong ego drive and pride. I have to look at it and say, where am I being too proud to be humble? Where is my pride getting in the way of my greatness? So you want to look at all of that. And then courage is the line, right? So courage is where the heart is. Leo rules courage, right? The Leo is all heart. And courage is where, if you add courage to any of these things, if you add courage to anger, the courage to face your anger and to process it and to deal with it, right? The courage to look at your desires and realize where you're being selfish or short-sighted. The courage to really dive into your fears and be honest about them and communicate them and work through them, right? The courage to grieve, the courage to say, I have apathy for this. I could give a crap about that, right? Although the whole world is caring about something, I'm not. What's going on? And that's that detached, not a good detachment, but an apathy where it's buried so deep that we can't even find it. So then the courage moves into neutrality, right? So I'm in a process right now of, I just recently in the last couple of days had to find some neutral ground, some neutrality where I wasn't clinging to something. And then the willingness to change, the willingness to release control, the willingness to surrender to the divine, the willingness to see that maybe we don't know it all. I have that. Acceptance. A teacher once taught me that acceptance is the gateway to heaven on earth. So if we have acceptance, if we can accept everything, right, then that's a great place to be. And then reason. When you can reason and see both sides of something, when you can reason and find the balance, and then love, joy, peace, and enlightenment. So this is, I highly encourage you to check in on the scale when you make your morning cup of tea. That's what I do. I check in and go, how am I feeling? And, you know, lately it's been a lot of grief and yeah, a lot of grief. And that's okay. Not to gloss over it, but to face it and to feel it and to not run from it. And in Buddhism, you know, we run toward pleasure and away from pain, and it doesn't get us very far. So that's tonight's chat, my Dharma talk for the night. So let's do the ceremony, the reading, and the giveaway. Okay, here we go. It would really help if I had a cup. I'll be right back. And I also have my kittens, so I'll introduce them to you before the night is over. And I can stay for a few minutes and answer questions, but I have a dinner date with my girlfriends, so, okay. So tonight I'm doing a Gongfucha style steep, and I'm steeping Leo. Because we're in lovely Leo season. I love Leo. One of my very closest friends, Michaela Boehm, is a Leo. She's such a queen. So elegant, so loving, so loyal, so kind. Okay. All right, so go ahead and settle into the breath, settle into your body, settle into the moment. Feel yourself sitting, feel yourself landing, feel yourself unwinding, feel yourself being held by gravity in your chair, your seat, or on the floor, wherever you're sitting. Feel yourself being nestled with care. Allow the energy of the earth to start to generate. Go ahead and let go of anything that you just really don't want to carry into the night. Go ahead and let the bottom of your spine and your whole body just release into the earth. Surrender your suffering into Mama Earth. She can handle it. I'm going to let go of fear. I'm going to let go of heartache and heartbreak. just for a moment, I'm going to let go of my grieving. I'm going to let go of anything that I want to allow the divine to take hold of and to heal and nurture in me. I can't hold it all, and neither can you. So allow that energy of release and surrender. Release and surrender any emotion, any feeling, any frustration, anything that's low on the emotional scale, anything that's dense and heavy that you don't want to hold anymore. And as you release it, go ahead and feel what's happening in your body. Feel if there's a little energy in the heart area. Feel if there's energy in the shoulders. Just scan your body and feel what you're feeling. As you scan your body, feel for sensation as well as emotion. They're almost synonymous in the body, emotion and sensation. Beautiful. And now sit with your cup of tea at your heart. Remember, your heart channel goes through the palms of your hands. So as you hold your cup of tea, embrace it with both hands, allowing your heart energy to go into the tea and allow the tea to heal your heart energy, going back into the heart. Camellia sinensis opens the heart channel. Now simply sit and sip your tea. We'll take 3 sips in silence, allowing the energy just to be relaxed in our bodies. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to fix. We're just going to be. That was a short one because I talked so much in the beginning. So why am I holding a feather? Dr. D, who I traveled to Egypt with, talks a lot about the feather and the lightness of a feather and the weight of your heart. And so Anubis, who is the god of the gatekeeper of death, when you pass and you go to the gates of heaven, you are your heart is weighed against a feather. And so if your heart is heavier than a feather, you won't make it through the gates. So I like to have a feather on my altar to remind myself, is my heart as light as a feather? Am I not expressing something that I know I need to express? Am I not having the courage to tell my truth? Am I not taking the risks that my heart is asking me to take? And there is very, very often something that has to be done to follow the heart. It doesn't make logical sense in the mind, but that intuitive pull and tug to act from the heart, to quit a job that you hate, to end a marriage that you're not happy in, to find a new path at 60 or 70, to find yourself vulnerable and raw and at the mercy of the divine, crying in the night, writing poetry from a broken heart. All of those things, the authentic life, makes your heart light. And while we go through many heartbreaks in life and we go through so much change, if we are unwilling to follow the heart and to do that, then what happens? Our heart becomes heavy. And so I always keep a feather to remind myself that this is the weight my heart should always be. And even if I'm grieving the loss of a relationship or of a friendship or of an opportunity or of an ideal or an idea, this reminds me that at least I loved, at least I went for it. I was a softball player as a kid, and my coach would always say, go down swinging. Don't just stand there and not swing at the ball. Go down swinging. So the feather of Ma'at, balance and justice and grace and harmony, this is a good reminder to keep your heart light in love, to have the courage to express fully yourself. And Leo is such a good tea. Okay, so tonight's reading, I'm going to pull a card. Oh, I actually have dinner with 3 beautiful women right now. I'm leaving for. Oh, okay, so this is this week's reading. I need this. Celebration, the 3 of water, and then transformation. So transforming pain into a creative celebratory act. Because if you're avoiding the pain, you don't get the reward. No risk, no reward. If you're avoiding your truth, you can never get here. You can get here fake. You can bypass it all, and you can act like you're celebrating. You can act like a party girl, but a true celebration comes from really moving through the pain. And the shaman's journeys I went through last week were the gnarliest of my life. I died several times. So you're seeing a reincarnated Z right now. Transformation and celebration. Celebrate the hard work you put into being whole. Celebrate the hard work you put into following your heart. Celebrate the hard work you put into having faith and taking those leaps and those risks. So I love you guys. Okay, shall we do a giveaway? Yay! All right, what did I pick for you today? Okay, so we've got our giveaway box, and da-da-da! Okay, so we've got the Lux Leaf Strainer. We've got the Mindful Minutes Timer. We've got a Queen of Cups. Let's see which one we got. Which one did I pick, you guys? Let's see. The Moon for Monday. The Moon. Oh, this is a second. Whoever gets this is going to enjoy it, because look, the little card is like crooked a little. Isn't that beautiful though? So gorgeous. And then what tea did I pick you? Well, I've been out of Bohemian Breakfast the last couple days, so I decided to give you guys a jar of Bohemian Breakfast, our #1 bestseller, and my go-to tea. I've been drinking this Wild Union instead, but and a jar, a big apothecary jar of Bohemian Breakfast. This will only last me, oh, it's 555. This will only last me about a week. That's how much I drink of this. Okay, so that is tonight's gift. That is a great gift. I love it. All my favorite things in one box. Okay, so we've got our Moon to Go cup, our timer, our strainer, and Bohemian Breakfast. My desert island tea, the love of my life when it comes to tea. Okay, so here we go. So who is going to be our winner? I'll stand up so I can. Okay, so you're moving too fast for me to see your names. Okay, let's see. Oh shit. Oh, sorry, excuse me, I didn't mean to cuss. I just did something on my computer. Well, plot twist. Okay. Okay. All right, Carrie Jesperson. Carrie Jesperson? I don't know if I've ever seen your name, honey bunny. Carrie, are you here? Let me see. Carrie Jesperson, where are you, lovey? Where are you? Yay! Okay, honey, you won. You won tonight's gift. How fun! Okay, everybody. Carrie, congratulations. Congratulations. When one of us wins, we all win. That's how it works in the queendom, right? So awesome. So congratulations, Carrie. Email your address to Ashley or Melissa at clubmagichour.com, and they'll get that out to you. You will love it. Aw, it does feel good when others feel good, Elena. You're so good at that too. Okay, so I'm gonna stick around for a minute. If anyone wants to ask any questions, this is a nice opportunity to ask me anything. And then I'm rushing off to dinner. Oh, thank you, Regina. Oh, the kitties. You guys wanna see the kitties? I'll go get them. Hold on. Ready? You guys sleeping? Oh, you guys, they were sleeping. They're sleepy. They're sleepy kitties. You want to see them? These are the kitties. Aren't they cute? Cosmo and Orion. Look how cute. Look up at the screen. Cosmo and Orion. Aren't they cute? They're called American Curls. One has no tail and one has a tail. They're my baby loves. Aren't they gorgeous? They have 6 fingers and toes. Yep, they are gorgeous. They have 6 toes. Oh, you guys wanna, here, you guys wanna look? Yep, and look at their little faces. Look, 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 look. Aww, look. Okay, so there, those are the kitties. Oh, you should call them Hemingway, Jessica. Awesome. Oh yeah, polydactyl cats. Yeah, that's what they are. Yeah, the ears, they're American curls. Aren't they cute? So they're 4 generations ago they were mixed with bobcat, with lynx. So these are my little bobcat babies. Hi. Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you. I know. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go to dinner if nobody has any questions. Okay. Elena, what kind of shamanic healing did I have? I've tried it before, but my healer was new, just curious. I worked with a church with ayahuasca, and it was very intense with a shaman from Colombia, yeah. And thoughts on the Lion's Gate. Can you purchase the poster I showed you? Yeah, I think we probably still have some of those, so I think you can. And then, oh, thank you, Shanae. Have I been adding new teaware to the app? It has a lot of sold out items on it, or is it due to my phone software being old? Bonnie, I'm not sure. Let me pose that question to the team, and because we had a lot of we've sold out of a lot because it's now really expensive because of the tariffs. So like that little, like, yeah, anyway, the tariffs have caused us to have a little bit higher expenses on accessories. So we have ordered them, but we need to order more. Thoughts on the Lion's Gate? Is this a time we should be careful and protect our energy? Brittany, I think we should always be a little protective of our energy, especially if we're empathic, especially if we're sensitive. If you're here with me, you probably are sensitive. And so so aligning your energy is the focus, I think, for Lionsgate this year. Is what do I want to be aligned to? Do I want to align with divisiveness? Do I want to align with connection? Do I want to align with people who see me for who I am? Do I want to align with, so I really think that protection is, well, there's a saying, rejection's God's protection, right? So if you are wanting to align to the authenticity of the Leo energy, which is the heart energy, then you will be solid and that will protect you. So what was the author of the chart? It's David R. Hawkins, and the book is called Power versus Force. It's an amazing book. Anita, Ashley, I'm sure got it, but yeah, so resend it to her, Anita, or send it to Daniel at Club Magic Hour as well. Okay, you need a recipe book for the teas. I'm working on it, Lisa. Suggestions on how to remove labels from jars. I have several empty jars that I want to refill with different teas. Yeah, you can just use like a what is it called? A razor blade, and you can kind of scrape them off, then use alcohol. It's a portal. Yep, 88. Love 88. Yeah, if you get drained easily, Jessica, then you do need to protect yourself. I am an HSP as well, Janai. Yeah, Edith, we're all sensitive. Pay attention to dreams. Yes, that's a really good. Is there a tea for introverts? Yes, Sharon. Actually, Child's Pose is really good for introverts. And I'm working on some teas for next year for heartbreak, for for very specific emotional, for moving on, for handling change and moving on. So I'm working on some of those, but yeah, Child's Pose or anything with Tulsi is really good for for the sensitives in us. Yeah, so astrologically, this is a most powerful time to keep the dream of the new earth alive. Yes, Sanjay, 100,000%. The dream needs to stay alive of peace and love and unity instead of the suffering that is happening on the earth right now. When is my new book coming out? I love and just finished Love in Detail. Thanks, Ashley. I'm working on it. I'm getting up every morning and doing my yoga, and then I'm working on my book for a solid hour. Yeah, Gugon removes labels too, Lana. Good. What are some good crystals to carry during this time? I'm carrying citrine, the merchant stone, to help my business right now, and so and smoky quartz definitely helps with absorbing negative energy. Oh, good. Regina loves the divine timing teas. I do too. Yes, Mark, working on ices and rose quartz. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go eat with my girls. I love you guys. Have a lovely week. Have a lovely night. If you need extra support, find me on social media. I'll be posting some affirmations this week if I get around to it, but I've been writing a lot, and so I'm looking at sharing more of my writing with you guys soon too. All right, mwah. I love you. I love you. Ciao, ciao.